solar punch. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of FAMished. Woo! Today we will be making New York style pizza. This one here is a recipe from FAMished. We have our little trusty cookbook over here. And we are going to get started with this. He got this recipe inspiration from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in case you didn't know. And then we're going to share some of the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Woo!
Woo! We should always start like that. Woo! Woo! So first off, we need to add this stuff into the food processor, right?
Yep.
We're gonna do the food processor, we need to make the dough. So we're going from scratch, we're gonna be making the pizza dough and then afterwards the pizza sauce, and then we're gonna put everything in the oven all together. So let's go.
Welcome everyone to another episode of FAMished. For today's pizza, we'll be starting with the pizza dough, ingredients just up top there. We're kind of getting everything organized and adding all of those ingredients to the food processor for mixing all together. Once all that is done, we actually close the lid on top, try to figure it out. Oh, here you go, a few more times. And then we started mixing until we realized
There's a dough option!
Yeah.
There's a dough option on this!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is when we realized that our food processor had a dough option and got really excited. From there, we're going to add the ice water while saying hi to our guests and making sure that the dough does not fly out of the food processor while mixing. Try to mimic the food processor at that point, and then let's get the dough out of there and start kneading. As you see, our dough is a little sticky, so let's try kneading by hand and adding flour, lots and lots of flour. From here, we then wrapped it up, and well, we were supposed to put it in the fridge overnight. And so by misreading the recipe, we decided to keep it on the counter for about 3 hours under a towel. Next up, we had to open up a can of tomatoes.
We are stuck.
Oh my god.
This thing is coming at me.
As Bianca tried to figure out how to open up the can of tomatoes, I started prepping the other dry ingredients and called for backup, our Italian mother.
My God, ladies and gentlemen. Now we need to pop a bottle or something. Wish me luck. Not bad.
Next up, we will blend the following ingredients all together into the blender as we try to again get the lid on properly. And finally, once that's done, start blending just a little bit. Then get ready to enjoy the most amazing tomato sauce you've ever made. You want to make sure to then invite your friends over to enjoy the tomato sauce with a good old-fashioned scarpette. Then, like magic or science, your dough has risen, and now you can cut it into even pieces. We opted for 2 large pizzas. Side note, try using a rolling pin. It helps a lot. So I went on a hunt to look for one while Bianca made her pizza due to being hangry. And we continued looking. Nope, not in there. Anywhere else? Nope. Try again, Claudio. And finally, the solution to my problem and many other life problems, a bottle of wine.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, baby.
After successfully throwing pizza dough in the air, thanks to our father being a baker, we throw in a shameless plug for Knocking Point Wine. Give yourself a nice stretch, and it's now time to place our dough on a pizza stone full of semolina flour, and then we can proceed to dressing our pizza. I decided to stick to a classic with some of our homemade tomato sauce and threw in some shredded mozzarella right on top. Lots and lots of mozzarella. Did I mention I added mozzarella? Okay, now it's time to throw it in the oven for approximately 12 minutes at 550 degrees Fahrenheit, as noted above. From here we can then pull it out once the time has passed and the cheese has turned slightly brown, and we will start serving. Let's take a look at that cheese pull over there. Okay, no, hold on. Let's try that over again. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. That's a cheese pull. One more time, and now it will be time to dig in and burn the entire inside of your mouth because you just couldn't wait for the pizza to cool down.
Alright, so verdict on this guy? Oh yeah, that's pretty good. We could have kept it in the oven a bit longer. It's a little soft, but
Edible.
definitely edible. Taste is there.
Mm-hmm.
Taste is there. We got this beautiful pizza. Guys, episode 2.
Done.
Next one, what are we doing? Secret. And obviously our ice machine starts going and we'll pick up on that. But yeah, so episode 3, stay tuned. Come back at you. I have to stop banging on the table.
Yeah.
That too.
That's too much.